Welcome to Explorio. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of the moon's phases. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered why the moon looks different each night? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to dive into the science behind the moon's phases so you can understand why the moon looks the way it does. The moon's phases are determined by its position relative to the sun. As the moon orbits the Earth, the sun's light illuminates different parts of the moon, creating different shapes in the night sky. The first phase of the moon is the new moon. This is when the moon is completely in shadow, and it is not visible from Earth. This is followed by the waxing crescent, which is when the moon appears to be a crescent shape, with the lit portion growing larger. After that comes the first quarter moon, which is when the moon is half illuminated. The next phase is the waxing gibbous, which is when the moon is more than half illuminated, but not yet a full moon. Then comes the full moon, which is when the moon is completely illuminated by the sun's light. This is the brightest phase of the moon, and it is when the moon is visible in the night sky. After the full moon comes the waning gibbous, which is when the moon is more than half illuminated, but not yet a new moon. Then comes the third quarter moon, which is when the moon is half illuminated. The last phase is the waning crescent, which is when the moon is a crescent shape, with the lit portion shrinking. Finally, the moon returns to the new moon phase, and the cycle begins again. The moon's phases have been studied for centuries, and they have been used to help predict the weather, the tides, and even the timing of religious festivals. The moon's phases are an important part of our lives, and understanding them can help us better appreciate the beauty of the night sky. The moon's phases are a reminder of the beauty and the cycle of life, and the power of nature. By understanding the science behind the moon's phases, we can appreciate the night sky even more. We hope you enjoyed our exploration of the moon's phases. Now that you know the science behind why the moon looks different each night, you can appreciate the beauty of the night sky even more. Thanks for joining us on Explorio.